and they know what I came in for. I've been going crazy, look up at the score, and it's so organic. When I come around, yeah, I know they start to panic. Oh yeah, look at my wrist, yeah. I've been going crazy, ooh, I can't miss, yeah. I'ma pull up in that cool with my bitch, yeah. I do not play by the rules, ooh yeah. I've been fucking those, wait, give me those.
Yo, what's going on, guys? It's Dusky. I'm gonna break down my song "Here to Stay" for you guys. I'm gonna show y'all how I made it or went into it, and yeah, pretty much, I don't know, just showing everything. I got a lot of people asking about if I made the beat and whatnot, so yeah, I just kind of want to show you guys what's good and show you some of my secrets, some of the things that I do. So hope you guys enjoy. Also, I want to mention I'm going to be doing a lot more of these, at least I plan to, and tutorials. So whatever videos you guys want in the future, you know, comment down below or follow me on Instagram and Twitter at Dusky Music. And I'll be doing polls so that, you know, you guys can decide what video you guys want next and whatnot, all that good stuff. So anyways, let's get right into the video. I'm gonna show you the instruments first. Alright, so first I'm gonna get into the sounds. I got 3 sounds, Omnisphere sounds. Alright, so like for the first half, I half timed the first instrument, which I'm gonna play here. I wrote these chords in, pretty basic chords, harmonic minor, D minor. Yeah, I'm gonna play them for y'all. So yeah, you get the idea. That was the first sound that I used. I think this is what I started off of, and then I added these bells. Right. Now just to give it more of that like mysterious kind of Astro World sound, that kind of feel. I really wanted the song to have, you know, some kind of weird vibe to it, and I feel like Astro World was a perfect representation of, you know, inspiration for this song. So anyways, I'm gonna move on to the organs, which is basically just me copying and pasting the first chords to this, and it came out dope. It's just an Omnisphere sound, pretty basic, dusty wheels and Omnisphere. I'll play for y'all. For the processing, pretty basic stuff. I mean, like, it's just the first sound is half timed, and it's also EQ just to take out the lows. Pretty basic. I mean, yeah, this one I wanted to mention. This is a bell. So basically, like, what I like to do with my melodies, I like to spread them out to make them sound wide, because I want my bass to be hitting in the middle. I think it just adds a cleaner element to your whole mix. So I added this simple delay, and basically what it does is it widens my sounds, and I really felt like it fit perfectly on this bell, because after this being half timed, it came out and it was like damn, like that shit lit. So it's like, but without it, I'm gonna play without it. This is how it sounds. It's very subtle, but it does make a difference. It does make a big difference, because the organ itself too is kind of in the middle. So it's really fitting like every piece of the stereo imaging, I feel like. So yeah, it's basically it for the melodies. That's pretty much it for the sounds. Pretty straightforward. Then I'm gonna move on to the bass, which was an Omnisphere sound as well. Oh, and also these were Omnisphere sounds too. This was just Heartbreak, Nick Mira, Shogun, his kit, and then this one was also, yeah, Nick Mira, Chernobyl, Montana. But anyways, I'm gonna move on to the bass. This is the first like saw bass. It's an Omnisphere sound, of course, and yeah, it's just cut me real deep. So yeah, basically like for my basses, I use the Omnisphere sound, and a lot of people I feel like don't like to use the Omnisphere sound for bass because a lot of them are dance music focused. So I mean, I kind of get it, but if you know how to like process your shit and make it sound tight, then it's slept on. But without an EQ on it, it does kind of sound, I don't know, like it doesn't fit. But this is how it sounds without it. So yeah, like it does really sound in your ear, but you know, I just threw an EQ on it, took out the highs, and it sounded dope. Under the melodies, it sounded dope. So by itself, it's like, and it's just following the chords. It's just following the chords that I wrote. So yeah, with the chords, it's like it just gives it that beef. And going into the verse, I did this little pattern where it's like dun dun, same bass, exactly the same bass. Just EQ'd it a little bit and did this. I took away the highs again, and it's literally the same bass in Omnisphere. So the transition is like, so it goes from, and I just thought it sounded so clean. I really like what Ellie Sostre does. That inspired me. It gave me an idea. I was like, damn, like that shit hard. So I tried it myself, and you know, it came out dope. So with the melodies, it sounds like, yeah, pretty straightforward. I'm gonna move on to the next bass, which is the 808, which is from a KBZ kit, high tech. Yeah, and I'm gonna show my processing on it because without my processing, it doesn't sound as hard, I guess. But yeah, I'll play it for y'all. I'm gonna take it off and I'm gonna play without it, without my like processing. So yeah, it's dope, but I feel like, you know, it needed that extra beef to it, and just, so I gave it some body. First I put the CLA 2A on it, boosted the gain to about 40, and I usually bring this around 45, and it just like sits perfectly right here. I like to keep it around like -5, no more than that, because I feel like if you go for -5, you're kind of taking away from it. Then I added an EQ, take out the highs, kind of clean it up a little bit for the mix and whatnot, because I didn't want it messing with my vocals or any of the melodies. So I took away the highs, just give it a little bit cleaner. And then what I used was Camel Crusher, which I don't really use, not all the time, but in this case, I threw it on, I tried it, and it just sounded dope. So it's just a British clean preset. You got presets here, and some of them are like way too much, but like I really like this British clean. I use this. If I use Camel Crusher, I'm using the British clean on it. But I took down the distortion a little bit. I believe I turned off the compressor. I turned up the master just a little bit, and I don't think I played with the filters. Yeah, then I have a utility on it, which is to put in the middle, make it mono. Yeah, so with all the processing on it, it sounds like this. Yeah, and I felt like it just like brought it to another level, you know. This is without the processing. I'll play it one more time. Pretty cool, pretty basic stuff. I really feel like a lot of people, you know, sleep on processing their 808s, and I really like the CLA on it. I use the CLA every time because, you know, it doesn't, if you're going high in octaves, it kind of keeps it at bay with volume, because sometimes people 808s be, you know, they be hitting low and then they go real high, and it just kind of sounds ridiculous, and it's too much, you know what I mean? So it just kind of keeps it at one volume, and it's kind of like what a compressor does. So Yeah, for my kick, pretty basic kick. I believe it was from, this is Mai's best kick. I really like his drum kit. If I were y'all, I'd go cop. If you don't have it yet, you're kind of sleeping, because like a lot of production and production and getting work done. I feel it comes down to drum selection, because if your drums aren't hitting, and you know they're not where they want to be, or you know, you kind of like, how does he get in that sound? It's most likely like drum selection, unless you like really know what you're doing when you're processing drums and whatnot. Like it's much quicker, and it's a lot easier to just go out and get some dope drums. And I definitely recommend Mai's kit. So yeah, pretty basic kick pattern. Just give it that bounce, especially with the 808. So with the 808, it added like, I'm gonna move on to the drums, because there's not really much to be said about the kicks, and no real processing on it. Kind of just took away the high end. I usually do that all the time. Depending on how the kick sounds, I'll take away about this much, about there, 10K. But for this one, I brought it down around 2.3. So yeah, pretty basic stuff. But yeah, I'm gonna move on to my drums. I did this on my hats. It was pretty. So when the verse came in, I wanted to have low hats, because I felt like it set it off. And I like the sample. I really like the sample. So I think originally I had it up here. It was up an octave, so it was like, but I know it didn't sound right. So I threw it down, and it just sounded dope. Like I knew, because that's how it came in when the verse was thrown in there. And then kind of when the 808 came in, that's when I threw the hats up, and it just sounded dope. Like that was like the climax. That was like the drop. So I had to use the hats like that. Yeah, pretty basic stuff with the hats. It's just a basic pattern, but down here was where the rolls and whatnot happened. So, but still pretty basic. Just kind of added that bounce. And I want, for this track, I kind of wanted that simple bounce. I didn't want to do too much, because I felt like the melodies and my vocal kind of they drove the track. So I didn't want to do too much with the drums. And I have a hi-hat here, open hi-hat. Pretty basic. Again, yeah, after that, just the claps, pretty basic as well. This clap came from the Mai Drum Kit. Again, I think it was the second one, I think. Yeah, so here it is. That's pretty basic. No real processing. I just took the low end out, and then I added this. I really like this clap on top of other claps, so it sounds like this together. It just gives it variety, so it's not the same clap over and over, and it just gives it a little bit of spice to it. And then I added this off perk, which is also from my kit. I just took away the low end, pretty basic, added some highs. So without the EQ on it, it sounds like this. And then with the EQ, very subtle, but you know, and together, all the claps and off perk, it just sounds like this. I feel like this hit right here, the hit before on the off perk before the clap, I feel like that's what added that. Like it kind of gave me an idea what kind of bounce I wanted to go for in the sound. Especially when I was flowing on it, I kind of got more of an idea of like, okay, like this is pretty dope bounce. But for the drums all together, this is how they sound. Yeah, so that's basically it. I mean, I felt like the melodies drove the track. I didn't want to do too much with the drums, kind of just wanted to keep the bounce simple. But like as soon as I heard a beat, I knew I had to go in and do my thing. So if you guys enjoyed the video, you know, subscribe, like, comment, all that good stuff. I do want to do more of these, and you guys can give me suggestions for videos. So follow me on my socials at Dusky Music, Twitter, Instagram, all that good stuff. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope y'all learned something. I appreciate y'all if you watched this far. If you want me to do more, like I said, follow me on the socials, let me know. But anyways, that's gonna wrap up this video. Thanks for watching. Again, talk to y'all later.
And they know what I came in for. I've been going crazy, look up at the score. And it's so organic. When I come around, yeah, I know they start to panic. Oh yeah.